Okay, so let's start. It's my request to all the students that please, if possible, then join the class at least before 2 to 3 minutes. For example, at 10:55, 10:57, try to join at that time, because as I told you in the first class, that in general, we will never become late. Okay, in case of some emergency, definitely I can't say anything, but in general, we will never be late. Okay, we'll always be on the time. So, okay, let's start. First of all, I want to ask, in the previous class, I have given one question homework to all of you. And I told you that I want complete answer. One student has given me one of the answer in the yesterday's class itself, but I want complete answer. So anyone have done that question? Can anyone tell me the answer? The question was a and b are integer. You have to find a and b are integer such that a square minus b square is equal to 48. I think this was the question. So I want the complete answer. So anyone has done this completely? Please tell me. Has anyone done this? Yes. Okay. So what is the answer? 23.5. No. The question is a and b are integers. And 23 point, it cannot be the answer now. You have to answer what? You have to answer in the form of integer. A and b must be integer. Yes, what is the answer, Swati? Anjali? Plus minus 13, plus minus 11, okay. 13 and 11, okay. So only this. I think there are more cases. 8 and 4. Okay. So let's do it, okay, and match the answer. 7, 1, 8, 4. 19 by 2 and 13 by 2 cannot be the answer, as I told you a and b are integer. So 19 by 2 cannot be the answer. Okay. Okay, Hinduza is telling me a is equal to 13, 8, 7, 11, 4, 1, b, the value of b. So there are 3 set of values. Okay, I think it must be correct. Let's check it. Okay. So see, I am starting the question. I am starting this question. Again, as I have done in the previous class, I am going to factorize this a square minus b square as a minus b multiplied by a plus b, and this is equal to 48. So in the previous class, I told you that since a and b are integers, that's why a minus b will also be integer and a plus b will also be integer. So the left hand side is written as product of two integers. So let's break the right hand side also as product of two integers. Okay, so one of the possibility is I am breaking it as 1 into 41. Please take care, none of the case must be missed. Okay, so please try to consider all the cases. The second possibility is yes, 2 into 24. The third possibility is what? 3 into it is divisible by 3 also. Yes, so 16. Okay, 3 into 16. Also, the next case is 4 into 12. What will be the next case? It is not divisible by 5, but it is divisible by 6. So the next case is 6 into 8. It is not divisible by 7, and you don't need to go to 8 into 6 because that will be same as this. Just order will be changed. 8 into 6. The same things will be repeated. So these are the cases. Okay. So how many cases are there? First of all, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cases are there. But do you know the first case will get rejected? Also, the third case will get rejected. Why? Only first and third case will be rejected. Why the first and third will be rejected? Listen. In the first and third, the sum of these two numbers is an odd number. So whenever in such type of questions, when the sum of these two numbers is odd, we will reject simply that case. Yes. Why? Because suppose if you are not rejecting this case, then in the case 1, you will get a minus b is equal to 1 and a plus b is equal to 48. And when you will solve this, then by adding this, you will get 2a is equal to 49 or a is equal to 49 divided by 2. And you will reject this case because the question is saying a is integer, but here a is not integer. Okay, that's why we simply reject this case. Yes, that's why we reject those cases where the sum of these two factors is an odd number. So that's why I'm directly rejecting these two cases. So effectively there are only 3 cases. Okay, so let's solve these 3 cases. We have to solve these 3 cases. So first case, properly it is the first case because this case is rejected. So first case I am writing, a minus b is equal to 2 and a plus b is equal to 24. Okay. Students are regularly coming. Again, I am requesting to all that please try to join the meeting before 11 a.m. because I want to start the class at sharp 11 a.m. Okay, I don't want to become late even for a second. I want to start the class at sharply at 11 a.m. So please try to join before 11. Okay. So see, if we add, then I will get 2a is equal to 26 and a is equal to 13. If I put a is equal to 13 here, then b is equal to 11. 13 minus 2, it will be 11. So 13 and 11 is one of the set. Yes, definitely I will apply plus minus here. Now case 2. Case 2, I will take 4 and 12. Okay, 4 and 12. So a minus b is equal to 4. A plus b is equal to 12. If we add, 2a is equal to 16. A is equal to 8. If I put a is equal to 8, then I will get b is equal to 4. So 8 and 4. Yes, this answer some of the students were telling in the previous class. And yes, it can be found by just hit and trial also. But the complete answer we can get only by this mathematical calculation. And the third and last case is 6 and 8. So a minus b is equal to 6. A plus b is equal to 8. If we add this, then I will get 2a is equal to 14. That means a is equal to 7 and b is equal to 1. So yes, you can apply plus minus in all of these cases. So I think 1 or 2 students have given absolutely correct answer in all the cases. They have given me the answer for all the cases. So that's very good. Okay. So I think now it's clear. If anyone has any doubt, then please ask. Srinivasa, please turn off your video. Okay, so just a minute. Yeah. So, sir, for first how homework question, I use 2n plus 1, 2n plus 5 as our integer to prove it, sir. Okay, in the first question, which I gave you as the homework, you cannot take 2n plus 1 and 2n plus 5. Please turn off your video. Okay. So is this question clear or not? Then I will move to the first question. Hinduza is asking for what? Okay. So I'm moving to the next question. Okay. And I am clearing the doubts of Hinduza and Varsa. And then I will move to next. Okay. So quickly, let's first clear their doubts, and then after we will move to the next concept. So Hinduza is asking that she had taken 2n plus 1 and 2n plus 5 as two odd integers. Remember, I gave you the homework that solve that question for which difference of squares of, I told you that remove consecutive. Okay, so difference of squares of any two odd integer is a multiple of 8. So you cannot take 2n plus 1 and 2n plus 5, because although they are not consecutive, but there is a fixed pattern. The difference between them is 4. So they are particular two odd integers. You have to take totally random odd integers. That's why the two odd integers will you take as 2n plus 1 and 2m plus 1. Now take their squares and find their difference, and now prove that their difference of squares of these will be a multiple of 8. Okay, so now you again try. Then if you are not getting a multiple of 8, I will tell you how to do it. Okay, but you will not take 2n plus 1 and 2n plus 5. Instead of these two, you will take 2n plus 1 and 2m plus 1. These are the two independent odd numbers. These are the two independent odd numbers. And I told you that this question was relatively tough. Okay, that's why I have not done this in the class. But if any student tries this question and solve this, then definitely I can give him the solution of this question. Okay. So, okay, I think clear, Hinduza, you have to take 2n plus 1 and 2m plus 1. Okay. Now, Varsha, that's your doubt. She was asking me yesterday, although I explained it in the yesterday's class, but still, see, listen, Varsha, carefully. I told you that the number to which you need to write in P by Q form, assume it as X. And remember my statement, if you want to write this in P by Q form, then after decimal, only repeating numbers must be there. Is it clear? Varsha, please say yes or no. I was telling that after decimal, only repeating numbers must be there. So here after decimal, 5, 0 and 6 are not repeating. Okay, only 7 is repeating. That's why I need to carry this decimal to this place, so that after decimal only repeating numbers are there. And to carry this decimal to this place, I need to multiply it by 1000. Yes, that's why it becomes 5506.7777 is this, that's like this. Okay. So now you can apply the shortcut. You can do 5506 plus 0.7 bar, and here you can apply the shortcut. Now you can write 5506 plus it is 7 by 9. And now I think you can get the value of X, because you needed to get the value of X. So from here you are getting 1000X. It is a 5506 multiplied by 9 plus 7 divided by 9, and carry this 1000 here. So you will get the value of X. Tell me now if you have any doubt. Yes, it's clear or not? Please tell me, Varsha, and that's so that I can move to the next concept. Please quickly. How 9? I think you were not present in the previous class. Archana, were you present in the previous class? After solving the whole thing, so what? I'm not getting. Yeah, that's why. So don't worry, Archana. You will get the video lectures of the previous classes later on, and we are going to start the next concept, and you will definitely understand all those concepts. So don't worry. So I think it's clear, Varsha. It's very much clear. If you still have any doubt, then I think it can be cleared only when I can listen to you. Okay. So later on, I will give you an opportunity to ask doubts by opening your mic. In that case, I can clearly listen What do you want to ask? Okay, and then I can tell you. So let me move forward. Okay, thank you. So I'm going to start the next concept. Till the previous classes, I have completed rational number. Today I have to start irrational numbers. So next is irrational numbers. Okay, next is irrational number. Yes, for the first problem you are getting 4 as common. That's why the question is interesting. That's why the question is interesting. That's why I told you that the question is not so easy. Okay, I will give you the solution of this in the next class. For today, you again try once more. Okay, once more try and try to get a multiple of 8 by taking difference of squares of these two odd numbers, 2m plus 1 and 2n plus 1. Okay. Okay. Because I want to move the syllabus forward also. Okay. This is also an important aspect in the preparation of IIT. Timely completion of the syllabus, timely revision, timely test. So time is very important. That's why we have to complete all the things on time. Okay. So that's why I have to manage all the things so that your doubts are also cleared. The syllabus is also completed. Okay. So all things we have to manage. That's why. So next number is irrational number. Okay. So irrational number is denoted by, although there is not fixed notation, but you can denote it by Q complement. The meaning of this complement will be cleared in the set theory, but right now you can think this complement means except rational number. So except rational number, all other numbers are irrational number. Okay. If in the all real numbers we remove rational numbers, then we'll get irrational numbers. Okay. If from all real numbers we remove rational numbers, then we will get irrational numbers. It is denoted by Q complement. So what is its definition? Its definition will be the numbers which cannot be written in P by Q form. This is the basic definition. The numbers which can't be written in P by Q form, and you know PQ integer, Q not equal to 0, are irrational numbers. Are irrational numbers. Okay, next. And remember about decimals. I told you in the previous class that all finite decimals are a rational number. Also, I told you that non-terminating but recurring decimals are also rational numbers. So which decimals have been left? The decimals which are non-terminating and non-recurring, those will be irrational number. Okay, so here I am writing non-terminating. What? Non-terminating. That means infinite decimals, and non-recurring. Non-terminating and non-recurring decimals are irrational numbers. Yeah, are also irrational numbers. Okay. Now let's take some examples. Okay, I'm giving you the examples. Vaishnav is asking, can be real and whole number. What can be real and whole number? I don't understand what things are you asking for. Okay, so if you want to ask, then please clearly ask the question what you want to ask. So see, what are the irrational numbers? The numbers which cannot be written in P by Q form are irrational number. This is the first definition. In terms of decimal, non-terminating, because terminating decimals become rational. So non-terminating and non-recurring decimals, because recurring decimal also become rational. I have proved it in the previous class, are also irrational numbers. Now, for example, root 2. Root 2 is an irrational number. Root 3 it is also an irrational number. Or I will say any number which is not a perfect square, any square root of an integer which is not a perfect square will be irrational. The next thing, listen, if we add a rational and irrational, it will be irrational. That means, listen carefully, rational and yes, I'm coming to pi, don't worry. Rational, as sum of rational and irrational becomes irrational number. Okay, sum of rational and irrational becomes irrational. So it is also an irrational number. Okay, next irrational number is pi. Pi is an irrational number. And about pi, you have studied in class 10th. Okay, you have studied in class 10th about pi. Pi is an irrational number. Then you will think that the value of pi you have studied in class 10, 22/7. But in the previous class, I told you that 22/7 is a rational number. But in the today's class, I am saying pi is an irrational number. So do you know one thing? Pi is not exactly equal to 20/7. Okay, the value of pi is approximately 22/7. Approximately. Why I am saying this? Because the mathematicians are still searching the value of pi up to many decimal places. If you search in Google, then you will find that the value of pi has been searched up to this much decimal places. So the value of pi is not exactly 22/7. Okay, the value of pi is approximately equal to 22/7. That's why I told you 22/7 is a rational number, but pi is an irrational number. So remember, pi is an irrational number. Okay, the next irrational number I am coming to is E. Now, what is this E? It's not A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Yeah, the value of pi is 3.14. I think you all know about this, and that's why I was not telling about it. Yes, approximately pi is what? 3.14 or 22/7. Any value you can take for the calculation purpose. Yes, E. E is the next irrational number. Now, what is this E? See, the value of E is approximately equal to, remember it always, 2.71, and it will move up to infinity. So it is non-terminating and non-recurring decimal. So it is an irrational number. And do you know, this E is known as Napier's constant. It is Napier's constant. And this E will be used later on when we study log. Then this E will become very much important for you. Okay, so remember, pi and E are two examples of irrational numbers, and these are also irrational number. And one more example for irrational number I am giving you is, listen, see, 0.1, 0.1, 0.01, 0.001, and carry it like this. So see, it is non-terminating and non-recurring because no fixed pattern is getting repeated here, and that's why it is also an irrational number. So irrational number is completed. No questions on this. I only theory about this. Is it okay? Yeah. √2, the value of √2, when you will evaluate it, take calculator, you will get a non-terminating value 1. What is that? 1.41, and it will move, I think, up to infinity. Okay, it will not terminate. You can check, it will not terminate. All these are irrational numbers. So anything you want to ask? Otherwise, I will move to the next number. Okay, I'm moving to the next page. Yes. Clear. Okay. Okay. I think from the first class, your josh in Hindi, we say, or enthusiasm is, I think, a little bit reduced from the first class. Yeah, E means, Deepak, E means E is a Napier's constant. It is a constant, and its value is 2.71, and it will move up to infinity. Okay, so E is irrational number. Remember it. Okay, it is Related with exponential. It is related with exponential. Okay. What is your answer, Anjali? I want to ask what the answer is. Okay, 8 m to the power. Okay, m to the power what? M minus n m. Since it is not written clearly, so I think I need to see it on pen and paper. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm now moving forward. Okay. Anything else you want to ask? Then please. Okay. N square, n square. Okay. Don't worry. You have to prove it multiple of 8. So have you proved it? You have written although, but okay, you have written it, but I have to check that are you getting correctly or not. I want to see the process. Okay. So if you are added in the Telegram group, then you can send your solution there. I will check. I think students, some of the students are added in the Telegram group. Rest of the students are requested to join. I think you can join yourself the group. Okay. So all of you, please join that group so that important information can be communicated to you. So I'm moving to the next page. Yes. After irrational number, the next number is real numbers. Number system, very soon I am going to complete, and after that we'll move to the next concept. The name of the group is, just a minute, I am telling you, just a minute. The name of the group is on the Telegram KVC first year MPC group. Okay. So when all students will join here, you will get DPPs and all other things. So if you have not joined, you can join this group. Okay, so I'm moving to real numbers. Yeah, one thing I was asking. Yes, Archana, you are correct. One thing is I was asking that, I was telling you that from the first class, your enthusiasm has been reduced a little bit, which I feel from your messages. In the first class, all students were very excited to message me the answers or whatever I was asking for. But right now, I feel that it is a little bit reduced. But please keep yourself motivated always, because I told you in the first class, it is a journey of 2 years. And in the whole 2 years, you have to keep yourself motivated yourself. Okay. Patience is very much important for this preparation. 2 years long journey. If you get frustrated, if you feel demotivated at any time, if you become casual at any time, then at the same time, you will be out of the race. Okay. Because there are so many students preparing for the prestigious exam. So always keep yourself motivated, always keep you in the race. Okay. So, and one important thing, again, many students have joined very late. Again, I request to all that please join before 11, at least 10:57, 10:58. All students, I think, must be present here. Otherwise, half of the class is missed. Then what is the meaning of this? And the other thing is that also the class gets disturbed. Okay, so please join at the time. It will be beneficial for you, not for me. It will be mainly beneficial for you. Okay, so real numbers. See, real numbers are denoted by R. And yes, as Archana was telling me, union, it is union of rational and irrational numbers. So very true. Real number means if we mix rational and irrational number, if we combine rational and irrational number, then the total things will be called real numbers. Okay. So I can say that real number is equal to rational plus irrational. If we combine rational and irrational numbers, then we get real numbers. Okay. And if I talk, then what is the definition of real numbers? So its simple definition is the numbers which can be marked on the number line. Okay, the numbers which can be marked on the number line are real numbers. I think number line you have all seen. This is a line, and let's take here 0. On the right side of the 0, the numbers are positive 1, 2, 3, etc. On the left side, numbers are negative -1, -2, -3, etc. So any number which can be marked on the number line are real number. Do you know all rational and irrational numbers can be marked on the number line? You may have studied it in class 9th or 10th, but right now you don't need to prove it. Just you must know this. That's all. Okay, so that's all about real number. Now we move to the next number. The next number is prime number. Prime number. Now what are the prime numbers? Listen carefully. Prime numbers are, first of all, these are natural numbers. Okay, so no one will ask that, sir, -2 is a prime number or not. No, prime numbers are natural number. Okay, so we'll talk about prime numbers in the natural number system. Negative numbers are never prime. They will come in composite number. Okay, so now what are the prime numbers? The numbers which are divisible by 1 and itself only. Yes, correct, Deepak. The numbers, what is the definition? The numbers which are divisible by 1 and itself only, 1 and itself only are prime number. So see, what is the definition? The prime numbers are divisible by 1 and itself. No other number can divide the prime number. For example, yes, 2. 1 is not the prime. Remember, 1 is not a prime number. Always remember this. So if 1 is not a prime, then 1 is composite or not? So remember, 1 is neither prime nor composite. 1 is just 1. It's a unity number. Just like you have studied 0. 0 is neither positive nor negative. In the similar way, 1 is neither prime nor composite. Okay. So the prime number gets start from 2. Okay. The next prime number is 3. See, any number 3. 3 is divisible by 3 and 1 only. No other number can divide 3. Yes. After this, 5. 4 is not prime, because 4 is divisible by 2. 6 is not prime. Yes, all students are giving me the correct answer for prime number. 6 is not prime because 6 is divisible by 2 and 3. 7 is prime. 8 is not prime. 9 is not prime. 10 is not prime. 11 is prime. 13 is prime. 12 is not prime. 14, 15, 16, 17 is prime. Okay, 19 is prime. In such a way you can move. Okay, so these are examples of prime numbers. Okay, from here you are getting two things. Listen carefully. The two information you are getting. The first one is 1 is not a prime number. Don't be confused. Okay, you must be clear, 1 is not prime. The second thing, the only even prime number is 2. Only even prime number is 2. Because any other even number cannot be prime. For example, 4, 6, 8, all these will be divisible by 2. So other numbers cannot be prime. Other even numbers cannot be prime. Okay. So these two information I am going to write here. Okay. First, 1 is not a prime. Second information is the only even prime number. The only even prime number is 2. Do you know, in some of the questions, the question asks that let A is an even prime number, and some more information is given about the question. So you must be clear, if A is even prime number, then its value can only be 2. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, so prime number we have done, and let's move next. After prime number, the next number in the number system is composite number. Composite number. So what are composite number? Very simple. The numbers which are not prime are composite number. Very simple definition. The numbers which are not prime except one, because as I told you, one is not neither prime number and one is not a composite number also. Okay, yeah. So the number which are not prime except one are composite number. Okay, so after removing prime numbers from the list of natural numbers except one, we will get composite numbers. Okay. Yeah, some students are telling which have more than or equal to 3 factors. Yeah, you can say about this, but the only definition I am telling you this. 3 factors means you can take the one factor as 1, the second factor as the number itself, and one more factor must be there. Yes, all things are correct, no problem. Okay. So see, now example, for example, 12. Yes, it's a composite number. And do you know the composite numbers can be prime factorized? What I'm saying, prime factorization. So you must know what is prime factorization. Prime factorization means I'm going to factorize this number into prime numbers. Like I can factorize it 2 into 2 into 3. So it's a prime factorization. I have factorized 12 into factors of prime number. It is known as prime factorization. Okay, so composite numbers can be factorized in terms of prime numbers. This is known as prime factorization. Okay, for example, 15. It can be prime factorized like 3 into 5. Okay, so this is called prime factorization, and that is the composite number. I think everything is clear till now. Yes, please tell me yes or no. If you have any problem, then you can ask. Okay, so should I move to next page? Okay, nice. Okay. So all students are requested to participate in the class actively. As you were active in the first class, you were very prompt in replying my questions, and that thing I expect from you always. Yeah, so we have done composite number. Lastly, 2 more numbers are there, and after that number system will be completed. The next number is co-prime numbers. What? Co-prime. Now, what are co-prime numbers? So I think you have listened the word co. Co means where two type of things exist at the same place. Yeah. So co-prime numbers means we will talk about co-prime numbers for 2 numbers, whether 2 numbers are co-prime or not. Now listen, what are the 2 co-prime numbers? Yes, very nice. Shaturi has given absolutely correct answer. And yes, Varsha has also given the correct answer. Very good. 2 numbers which have no factor in common. Okay, those are co-prime numbers. It is not necessary that these 2 numbers are prime. They can be composite number. The necessary condition is the 2 numbers must have no factor in common. Okay, for example, 12 and 35. I am talking about 12 and 35. See, this 12 is not a prime number. It's composite number. This 35 is also not a prime number. It's also composite number. But these 2 are co-prime numbers. All students are giving me the example of co-prime as prime number. They have taken prime number. Yeah, those are correct. If you are taking any one of them as prime, then they will automatically co-prime numbers because no factor will be common. But I am taking both as composite number. Okay, so these are also co-prime numbers because these 2 have no factor in common. For example, 12, so its prime factorization is 2 into 2 into 3. 35, its prime factorization is 5 into 7. No factor in common in these 2, and that's why these are co-prime numbers. Okay, so yes, anything it can be For example, 99 and 4. Yes, these are co-prime, no problem. Because there are no factors in common. What it can be written as in prime factorization, 11 into 3 into 3, and it can be written as 2 into 2. Okay. So no factor in common, and that's why these are co-prime numbers. Yes, 45 and 4, anything you can do. 45 means 5 into 3 into 3, 4 means 2 into 2. So these are also co-prime. And if suppose someone is telling both of the numbers prime, then automatically they will be co-prime, no problem. Yes, 7 and 9 also co-prime, no problem. Very good. Now we move to the next and last, twin prime numbers. Twin prime. Okay. Now what are twin primes? As you know, twin means the two things which come together. For example, I think you may have seen twin brothers. Okay. So just like here in the number system, twin prime numbers means it does not mean the two prime which are coming together. No. Twin prime means the two prime numbers whose difference is 2. Okay, its definition is what? The two prime numbers, whose difference is 2. Okay, those are called twin prime numbers. For example, yes, 3 and 5. These are the two prime numbers whose difference is 2. What else? 5 and 7, 11 and 13. So in this way, you can get twin prime numbers. So I think the number system is clear. Anyone want to ask anything, then please ask. Otherwise, I will move to next concept. From here, the number system gets completed. Yes, 29 and 31. You can write any, no problem. Sai Kiran, what you have written? 20 and 22 cannot. 20 is not a prime. 22 is not a prime. Okay, yes, 101, 103. Very good. All these things are twin prime. So should I move to the next concept? Should I move to the next page? Please tell me yes or no. If no, then what you want to ask? Okay. Good. Okay, so I am moving to the next page and to the next concept. Now listen carefully. I am going to give you the concept about infinity, because although this is not the thing from which questions will be asked, but it is necessary to have the knowledge of infinity. Many students are confused about infinity. That's why I am discussing it separately. Concept about infinity. Okay, yeah, infinite, or what I say is infinite. Okay, so see, listen carefully. If I say uncountable is not, in mathematics, infinite means a very large number. I told you in the first class. If you are going to count those, that's another thing. Okay, so what I'm saying, infinite means a very large number, which can't be reached. That is about infinity in mathematics. Okay, in different places, the infinity definitely will give you different meaning. For example, if you study physics, then infinite means they are going into space up to infinite distance. Okay, but in mathematics, infinite means a very large number which cannot be reached. Okay, now listen. If I ask from you that what is 2 divided by 0? Yes, answer please. 2 divided by 0. What is 2 divided by 0? Yes, good. Not defined. Not defined. Yes. I told you in the previous classes also that if we divide any number by exactly 0, then it is not defined. Not defined. Remember, it is not defined. Now the question is why it is not defined. I am giving you the explanation now. Why 2 divided by 0 is not defined? Suppose if anyone say that sir it is defined, okay, if anyone say that sir it is defined, then yes, if it is defined then definitely it will be equal to some constant or not, because if anything is defined, please yeah, don't say hi, okay, as Tinku, don't say such type of words in between the classes, okay. Yes, so what I told you, 2 divided by 0, if suppose someone says that sir it is defined, if it is defined then it will definitely be equal to some constant, let it is equal to k. Now cross multiply it, so 2 is equal to k multiplied by 0. Now tell me a constant k to which if I multiply by 0, then we are getting 2. Is there any constant in your knowledge? Is there any constant in your knowledge to which if we multiply by 0, then we will get 2? No. Because if to any constant, if we multiply by 0, we will always get 0. We can never get 2. That's why I will say no k exists. Yes, no k exists. And that's why, yes, 0 into anything is 0. So no such k exists. And if no such k exists, that means 2 divided by exactly 0 is not defined. So remember this thing. 2 divided by 0 is not defined. Always remember, if any constant, just a minute. Am I audible or not? Yes, I think I am audible. Yes, okay. So what I am telling you, that if any constant is divided by 0, then your answer must be always not defined. Remember this thing. Okay, second thing. If I divide exactly 0 by exactly 0, then also you will say it is not defined. Always remember, exact 0 by exact 0 is also not defined. If you want explanation of this, again I can give you the explanation in same way. If suppose someone says that it is defined, so let it is equal to k. So 0 is equal to, you can write by cross multiplication, k into 0. Now can you tell me any fixed value of k to which I multiply by 0, then I am getting 0? Is there any fixed value of k which is multiplied by 0 gives 0? No, there is no fixed value. You can say k can be any real number. So the value of 0 by 0 is not fixed. It can take many values, but no fixed value. That's why it is not defined. Yes. Yes, Varsa is telling any number. Yes, k can be any number. If k can be any number, then this cannot be a fixed number. So if this cannot be a fixed number, then 0 by 0 is not a fixed number. That's why it is not defined. Okay, so do you know 2 by 0 is not defined? Listen carefully, one thing which I am saying. See, 2 by 0 is not defined because it cannot take any value. 0 by 0 is also not defined, but because of different reason. 0 by 0 is also not defined because it can take infinite number of values, but no fixed value. This concept is very important when you will study determinant in class 12th. This concept will come there. Okay, so remember 0 by 0 is not defined. Now move to the next. Suppose if I divide by 2, if k is equal to 1, I told you you can take anything. K is equal to 1, k is equal to 2, k is equal to 3, k is equal to 4, k is equal to 1.1, anything you can take. For all k this is true, but there is no fixed k. Okay, there is no fixed k, and that's why I am telling 0 by 0 is not defined. Okay, now come to the next. Listen carefully. If I divide 2 by not exactly 0, but by a number which is greater than 0 by very small amount. I am dividing 2 not by exactly 0, but approximately 0. It is greater than 0 by very small amount. That means you are dividing 2 by approximately 0.00000000, like this. You are not dividing 2 by exactly 0, but you are dividing 2 by approximately 0. It is greater than 0 by a very small amount. In this case, do you know your answer will be infinite? In this case, your answer will be infinite. 2 divided by exactly 0 not defined, but 2 divided by approximately 0 is infinite. Now, I am explaining to you that why it is giving the answer infinite. Listen, see the explanation. If you divide 2 by 0.1, your answer will be 20, you know. Okay, so decrease the denominator, because the denominator we have to carry up to approximately 0. If I decrease the denominator to 0.01, then you will get 200. If I decrease the denominator further 0.001, then you will get 2000. So in this way, you are what we are seeing that if we decrease the denominator, see carefully, here 0.1, here 0.01, here 0.001. If we decrease the denominator, the output is increasing very rapidly. 20, 200, 2000. And if we carry on this pattern and divide 2 by 0.000000 like this, then you will get a very large number, to which I am saying infinity. Okay, so that's why I told you 2 divided by approximately 0 is what? Infinity. I think the concept of infinity is clear. Yes. Okay, next listen. Suppose, yes, okay, good. Now it's clear now. Remember this thing. Exactly 0 if you are dividing, it is not defined, but approximately 0, it will give you infinity. And I explained why. Okay, good. These are the concept. I think you must know these concept. Okay. Now next, suppose if you divide any number by infinity, then do you know you will not get exactly 0. It is not exactly 0. It is approximately 0. I don't know the name of mathematicians who discovered infinite. Okay, because we are not studying history, we are studying mathematics. These things will never be asked in any exam, I think, that who searched infinity or who searched these things. Okay, so just focus on the concept. Okay, and these type of things you can Google, that who searched infinity or who searched this. Okay, so can you give a definition, sir, to infinity? Infinity, I'm telling you now what is the definition. In the definition of infinity is different at different places. In mathematics, I'm telling you very large number which cannot be reached. If you are talking about quantity, then it is uncountable. If you are talking in physics and especially in gravitation, then it means you are going up to infinite in the space. So at different places, that means it is not finite. That's all. And in whichever sense we talk, we will get the result in that sense. Okay. So listen here. Here infinity means a very large number which cannot be reached. Okay. See, 2 divided by infinity or any number divided by infinity is not exactly 0. It is approximately 0. Okay. It is approximately 0. Now, why it is approximately 0? I can explain it by 2 ways. The one way is take this infinity in denominator and 0 plus here. So you'll get 2 divided by infinity is equal to 0 plus. 0 plus means approximately 0. Greater than 0 by a very small amount. You will not get exactly 0. But for the calculation purpose, if any constant is divided by infinity, for the calculation purpose, we take it as 0. But by the concept, listen, remember, it is not exactly 0. It is 0 positive. The other way of explaining this is, if we divide 2 by a very large number, for example, if we divide 2 by 10, then I will get 0.2. we have to divide 2 by a very large number, infinity. So I will get approximately 0. See, 2 divided by 100, it is 0.02. 2 divided by 1000, it is 0.002. In this way, if we increase the denominator up to infinite, then what will be the output? See, 0.2, 0.02, 0.002. It will move towards 0. That's why 2 divided by infinity is approximately 0, or it is very near to 0. Is it clear or not? Please tell me. Is it clear or not? Okay, if anything you want to ask, then ask quickly. Otherwise, I will move to next concept. Right now, I cannot speak Telugu because I don't know Telugu. I told you in the first class. Don't worry. By you people, I will learn slowly and slowly Telugu. Don't worry. Okay, because I will like to learn Telugu. I will like to learn different languages. So can I communicate with you in a more effective manner? Don't worry. Yeah, we use infinite in sets. As I told you, natural number 1, 2, 3, up to it goes up to infinity. Okay. In denominator, what do you want to ask? Sir, in denominator, I don't know what thing you are asking. We have to take, no, it's not necessary you take 10, 100. You can take in the denominator anything. You can increase the denominator by any number. But here I have taken 10, 100, 1000 because the calculation is easy for these numbers. Otherwise, for other numbers, I have to take calculator. That's why I have taken this. Okay. So I think it's clear. I should move forward. Yes, please tell me. Okay. Now, see the difference from the first class and from the today's class is the speed has been increased. The speed has been increased compared to the first class. Slowly and slowly, I am telling you, the speed will automatically get increased because slowly and slowly, me and you people will get tuned. Okay, our frequency will match, and the speed of the class will automatically get increased. Okay, and in offline class, then definitely it will increase many times. Okay, so infinite divided by any number. Okay, see, infinite divided by any number, suppose infinite divided by 2 will give you always infinite. Okay, because infinite is very large number to which you cannot reach. If you half or if you divide by any number, you will get infinite. But yes, if you ask that, sir, if I divide infinite by infinite, then the answer is not 1, it is not defined. And now why it is not defined, why all these things will be explained in class 12 when I will teach you limit. Okay, because in limit I will tell you 7 indeterminate forms, and one of the indeterminate form will be infinite by infinite. Okay, so never say infinite by infinite is 1. Infinite by infinite is not defined. It's very simple here. 0 by 2 is 0, that's all. If you divide 0 by any number, you will get 0. I don't think you must have any confusion about this. 0 divided by any number is 0, that's all, very simple. Okay, I think it's okay. All of your doubts have been cleared, I think. Now move forward. In the next heading, I am going to start interval and their notation. Very important thing. Interval and their notation. Interval and their notation. Okay. Yes, time is also over, so I will start in the next class. But before coming to in the class, I would like to ask you something. Yeah, one student is asking, sir, root 2 by 0. I told you any number by divided by 0 not defined. Either you write root 2, root 3, 2, 3, doesn't matter. Okay. So please listen carefully. Understand those concepts carefully. Okay. Then in that case, you will not have such type of doubts automatically. Okay. So write the heading interval and their notation. It's very important thing. Without this concept, you will not be able to study class 11th or class 12th. So you must know the intervals. One thing again I would like to ask, that again still we have to increase our speed, but it will get automatically be increased when the frequency of you students and mine frequency will get matched. Then automatically the speed will increase. Okay, so you need not to worry. I am also not worrying about that. The second thing, this is very important, is I request all of you to come on time in the class, because many students are joining the class at 11:30. And what is the meaning of coming to the class if half of the class is missed? Do you know, when the class will run properly, properly means I am telling you, when I will not, when our frequency will be matched, then in that case I am telling you, if you even miss the class by 5 minutes now, in that case many important things will get missed by you. And that's why always come on time, always come before 5 minutes, always come at 10:55. You have seen that I always join the class at 10:58, and I wait for the students for 2 minutes. Okay, when you are going to start chapter, dear Sai Charan, I am reading you basic mathematics. Do you know, without basic mathematics, if I will teach you mod, log, inequality, without which I bet you will not be able to solve any chapter. Any chapter in the mathematics you will not be able to solve. That's why first of all I will complete basic math, and then I will start any other chapter. Okay? Okay. So learn basic things properly. And yes, what I said, try to come in the class on time, and we will try to increase the speed of the class so that basic math will be completed on time, and so that we can start the next chapter. Okay. In between, Vishal sir can start another chapter in which the things of the basic math will not be used. So he can start the next chapter in between. Okay. And it will be decided by the management when he will start the next chapter. Okay. So we'll meet in the next class, and in the next class we will finish interval and their notation, and after that we will move to the next concept, set theory, which is the first chapter of your NCERT book. Okay, and all of you have to solve that chapter. Okay, so I'm going to end the class. Thank you very much. Okay, and get motivated, get more enthusiastic as you were in the first class. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thanks to all.